Good morning everybody, it's Graham once again from Unearthed and another episode of Detecting Talk. It's been some time since we did the last one because we've been involved with different things and there's all sorts of weird and wonderful things going on behind the scenes. But we are here today, thank God. Right, loads and loads of things to discuss, loads of things crammed into this particular episode. But we'll start by just a couple of little shout outs, if I can. One is to a gentleman called Robbie Cole, who has his own YouTube channel, a detectorist, the Dinnington Detectorist. He's a great guy, Robbie. Give him a subscribe to his YouTube channel. It is a no-nonsense YouTube channel. He shows it as it is. He's out in the field a lot, digging and detecting, finding some weird and wonderful things. There's none of this silly hype, none of this celebrity type behaviour from Robbie. He is a straight talking, great guy and loves detecting. I don't think I can say any more than that. So there you go. Give him a watch, give him a sub. You'll enjoy watching him. There's lots and lots of people already subscribing to his channel because it's an honest, decent channel to watch, shall I say. So give Robbie a sub. Next up is something a little bit different. Not everybody that watches this YouTube channel, or indeed not everybody out there, is on Facebook. There's a lot of people in the Facebook groups detecting wise, but there's also a significant number of people that keep away from Facebook as a social media outlet for obvious reasons. Now then, I am aware that a few weeks ago there's been a new detecting online forum set up completely separate to Facebook. This is an online forum called the Detecting Hub. So if you guys Google www.thedetectinghub.co.uk, I got it right, and that's all one word, the Detecting Hub part. Join the forum because I think you'll get a lot out of it. It's a completely different platform, an outlet, if you will, from the Facebook groups. There's a lot of really detailed information that you can get from this forum, and it's run by a really close-knit group of what do they call them? Administrators, admin guys on there. Ladies and gentlemen, I should say, not guys. I pulled myself up for that one. The Detecting Hub is going to be a big thing. I think it's going to be one of the biggest forums out there in the detecting world because it's run by the right people doing the right job. There's a lot of really clever people on there that will give you really good identifications on fines. They'll go to the 8th or 9th degree to give you the information that you require on certain fines, which is good. And there's a lot of interesting information on detecting, detectors, permissions, you name it, it's on there. So give it a join. I've joined it. I'm not really into forums, I have to say. I've only ever been a member of one that was many years ago, but this one is looking like it's going to be the real deal for me. So I'm going to stick with it, and I quite enjoy it. I don't know how many people have got joined up already, but it's it's a growing number of individuals already signed up for it. So the Detecting Hub, give it a watch. Oh, give it a join, I should say, not just a watch. Give it a look and a join. Right, moving on from that. Any information, drop it on the comments box below this film, and I'll do my best to answer it. Next up is 2 new products from Nocta Macro. They've been out about a week and a half now, 2 weeks, folks. So I do apologise for not getting them out earlier. These are for the Nocta Simplex, and as you can see, this is the new. Let me get it right. 8x5 DD search coil. I thought it was 8x5x5, but I could be wrong. 8 times 5, 8x5. Comes with a coil cover fitted. I'll turn it over to show you. Nut and bolt and washers. Really well made. I have to say this, really well made. Not like some of the flimsy things that are already out there from certain manufacturers. The coil lugs are really strong, as you can see. Look at that, really, really strong. Now, coming away from the standard coil on the Simplex and Nocta Simplex, this will give you different options, I think. It'll get into places where you may struggle. I think it'd be a great little pasture coil, clean plough coil. It may do well on the beaches with the Simplex. I think it probably would. I'm going to do a test on these coils at some point in the near future. I've not had a chance to do it yet, but I will. So there's the 8x5. I think that's a really interesting option for the Simplex, to be fair. Just coming away from the standard coil. Nothing wrong with the standard coil, but these coils do give you an extra tool in your armoury for when you want to get out onto different terrains and different sites. So there's the 8x5. This one in particular, the next one is an interesting one. 9x5x5. Now I would suspect this would be a really good coil in amongst the iron. It's narrow enough to get good separation between the iron and a good target. It'll be also pretty good, I should imagine, on stubble. Some stubble fields, I should say. Nut and bolt added, coil cover fitted. Let's have another look at them lugs. Don't know if you can see that. There they go. Look at that. Really substantial lugs. They ain't going to break. So that's a 95B5, both on the Unearthed website now, 114 quid each. Not bad, is it? When you think that some of the aftermarket cars are much more expensive than these. So, and that's from the manufacturer. So I think they're really terrific value for money, personally. So give them a look. There's lots and lots of our customers have bought Simplex. If you want something to add to your Simplex, these coils will do the business. No two ways about it. Really well made. I'm really pleased, and really strong cables as well. So I'll be doing a test on these on the Unearthed test bed on my Simplex. I'll put that one on, and then we'll have a go at the 8B5 and see how we get on. See what different options these coils bring. I'm sure they will. Right, next one. This is probably going to keep us till the end of the film, I guess, this particular topic. But I am seeing again. There was something. It was last year. I think I did a short film on it. But there's a lot of people now out there in the detectives become extremely popular, as we all know, and there's a lot of new people coming into the hobby. You know, 3-monthers, 6-monthers, 12-monthers, 18-monthers, as I call them. Some of them, you know, really good guys. They know what they're doing. They've been out in the fields and doing the business and finding some weird and wonderful things. But I'm finding a large number of individuals are coming into the hobby and buying a detector, and for whatever reason, multiple reasons, within a matter of weeks of selling them. I seen one the other day, and actually this gentleman bought the detector off us, and he put it on Facebook within a matter of weeks, saying he didn't like it because he hasn't found anything with it yet. And I'm just like, you know, I've got to drill it into people now that, you know, detecting is a marathon, not a sprint. There's too many people coming at the hobby, buying a machine which is perfectly adequate for the sort of detecting that these individuals are doing, and for whatever reason they're just sticking it on Facebook for sale, or they're sticking them on eBay for sale, or the local selling sites on Facebook or whatever, because they haven't found anything within a matter of weeks. Now, you know, it took me a long time to find decent gold. It took me a long time to find ancient gold. It took me a few years to find decent Roman coins. I was lucky enough to find a hammered on my first proper day's detecting, which you know, doesn't happen to everybody. But other than that, you know, the rest of the finds that came were a pretty slow process for people. So you've got to have the patience and the desire to stick in at the detecting game to make it a success. There's no point in, you know, thinking you're just going to come in. It's like fishing, you know. If I didn't catch a fish first cast, I'm going home and selling my fishing gear. These people don't find gold the same week or same fortnight as they bought the detector. They're off. They're selling them for something new, and then they buy something new and they find that's not fit for purpose because they don't understand the menu system, or it's a little bit too complicated for them. And then a week or two later, or a month later, they're selling that one. It's ridiculous. What a waste of money. So it's you know, I'm going to start giving people proper advice when they ring up now, saying, listen, you've got to realise that the detector, you know, you're in charge of the detector. The detector is in charge of you. You've got to make sure you learn it from scratch. There's loads of information out there now. YouTube, there's Facebook information out there from the groups and the pages. There's dedicated people from their own manufacturers showing you how to do it online. There's a multitude of information out there, a huge amount of info for you to delve into, and I just find it absolutely bizarre that they just sell it. I mean, one guy bought the lightest machine possible. I mean, it was so light you could barely feel like you're swinging it. I don't like it, it's too heavy, and it's not deep enough for me. I don't know what these guys wanting to dig. 4 meters, absolutely madness, pure madness. So my advice on this video is, if you're new to the hobby and you're interested in detecting, by all means go for it, because detecting actually isn't boxed off to just the elite, right? It's not just boxed off to people like me and you guys that watch it, and there's only a certain amount of people that are allowed to detect. Not everybody's allowed to detect. There's too many people coming into the hobby. I dismiss that. Everybody should have the chance to detect, no matter where they are, no matter what background, what sort of person they are. Everybody should have the right to detect. Have a go at it as a hobby, but it's doing it right. That's the key. It's doing it right, the correct way. You know, one guy said to me a couple of weeks ago, he rang up and he was talking about different things, and he's aware of this new detecting film that's coming, which is really exciting. The filming starts this weekend and I can't wait. 9-10 detectorists out there and myself doing the business. I can't wait. I'm absolutely mega excited about it. And we talked about it because he was aware of it, and he said, well, he's going to drag more people into the hobby. So, well, yeah, we're not just at the elite that can detect and nobody else can, and everybody else can. Everybody should have the opportunity to detect. It's doing it the right manner in the right way. That's the key. You know, it's a wonderful hobby. It shouldn't just be boxed off to us that detect currently, and nobody else can come into it. It's ridiculous to think that. So yes, but coming into the hobby, you've got to do the right thing. So learn the machine. Get a little bit of permission first. Dismiss what all these other experts out there, all the so-called experts, are telling you. Oh, you shouldn't have bought that one. You know, I mean, I'm giving people advice now to come away from the Garrett Ace range because they've been out such a long time. Nothing wrong with the machines, but they don't work on the beach. They're not waterproof. You know, think about it. There's other machines options. You know, there's the Vanquish, for God's sake. You can use them anywhere. Wet sand, dry sand. A lady at the weekend used her little Vanquish 340 that she bought off us. Went down the beach, found 2 hammered off the beach. I've only ever found 1 hammered in 40 years off the beach. She got 2 because it's such a good platform, multi-frequency platform. It does well on the wet sand. It's all about giving people the advice. All some of these machines that have been out 10, 15 years, people are still buying the same old. They take them down the beach, doesn't work on the wet sand, they take them back, they put it in the shed, never to be used again. What a waste of money. So I'm giving people proper advice. I'm asking these questions. Are you in it for the long run? Have you got the patience to do it? Have you got the permissions in place? And where are you going to use a detector? Because if you're buying something like the Ace range and you're using them on the beach, it just ain't going to work. And there's some people out there say, well, I use mine on the beach. Listen, get it on the wet sand. You'll have to dampen it right down, lose all the depth. The game's compromised. So it's all about giving the correct advice. So let's hope we can just drill it into people about buying the right machine and doing the right thing. And that is that. Right, I hope that's not having, you know, give us some comments where you can. I know you will. There's a lot of good followers on this YouTube channel now. And like I said, there's this film coming out. We're filming next weekend, and hopefully, fingers crossed, everything crossed, continuing throughout the autumn. We haven't got that far yet, but this is going to be exciting. This isn't going to be any silliness or any, you know, it's going to be a proper detecting program where we actually get the chance to hopefully find some really nice things. So watch this space. And I will be back. Next week with another detecting talk program. Now, just before you go, before you turn off, seeing your finger going to the button there, knocking me off the computer. There is a competition running on the Unearthed Instagram page. Is it page? Account? Unearthed Instagram account? To win a brand new detector. Now, if you remember 2 weeks ago, I did the film on the test bed with the Bounty Hunter Time Ranger Pro. Well, that's up for grabs to win. So it's a free competition to enter. So you go on the Unearthed Instagram, Unearthed-UK-Limited. Yeah, I'm with it. Type that into the old Instagram. Follow the Unearthed account. Follow the Bounty Hunter account. And just type under that you've done that. And then you go into the draw to win a brand new machine. I mean, how easy is that? It takes you 30 seconds to do it. Brand spanking new machine up for grabs. The draw will be sometime next week. Monday, Tuesday. So do it while you can, folks. Okay, I'm off. I'm busy. Good to speak to you all. Take care. Bye for now.